Hello. Para pam 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 pam. Para pam 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 pam. Hello everyone, good afternoon, good morning. Welcome to another stream of PlaneShift. Hello, hello. So, still working a bit on the card game today. So I managed to actually have the Niagara integrated widget thingy, right? It basically allows us to render a particle on screen on top of a widget, which I think is nice. The only thing that I was trying to understand is how to make it a bit nicer. And that's what I'm gonna do now. That's what I'm gonna do now. So at the moment I have a particle effect derived from dynamic beam, which is using the ribbon renderer, right? And one of the things that I didn't yet fully understand is how to bend it, right? But I guess we will find out. I think there are probably interpolation points or points that you can put. No. So I don't know. We will have to find out. At the moment it's just a line, but it would be nice if it's not a line, right? And to this we can assign whatever material we want. So for example, just as a test, right? I assigned this material, right? So basically you have your arrow. They can point, right, to a location, starting from a given location, right? Like that. Now we have some parameters that we can change. So now here, yeah, I was like trying to understand if I color it, you know, if it's going to be better, but I think it's less visible, right? So if you, maybe the color is too dark. But I don't know, we can I don't know why if you do it this way is nah, like this is not visible at all. It's really not visible. I mean, white it is visible. Well, first of all, it's rotating on the wrong side. So it should actually go exactly in the opposite direction. And probably wait. Maybe not. I mean, like this, for example, is not a bad effect, right? I mean, if it could be slightly round, would be nice, but I don't know how to do it at the moment. Anyway, hello, VCVinge, hello, Ula, hello, hello. So I have a crazy graph to actually have this thing work as expected, and let me try to put a random value in the y and see what happens. Basically nothing. So it's not really bending, right? It's not really bending. We need to understand how to have this thing bend somehow. Ribbon twist or ribbon. So what it's saying is that here UV setting or ribbon shape. UV setting, uniform scale, offset. But offset, I think this one is a fixed offset, I assume. Wow, as soon as I put any number, it disappears. Interesting. Ribbon shape plane, multiplane, tube. Tube subdivisions, 8. It's a tube, but it's not a bent tube. That's the problem. Curl noise forced module. Doesn't change anything. Maybe in a bit now. Okay. Yeah, but it's making it look very weird. Fantastic. Yeah, the problem is that it's bending. I mean, it's not. But what happens? What happens if we do something like this in our? Wow. It looks super weird. Okay, well, definitely that's not the way. Definitely not that. Strange that point attraction force. But it's attracting the whole thing. I mean, it's attracting a piece of it, but not all of it. So it's so it's attracting each of the spawned components, right? But it's not. I don't know why below a certain threshold, right? I think I really need a shape. I don't know why below a certain threshold is not even rendering it, which is kind of strange, right? So yes, the attraction force is attracting it, but it's not attracting one point, it's attracting the whole object, which is probably not what we want. I mean, I don't want to spend an infinite time on this, but the idea was... I don't know, at the end maybe at the end maybe it's easier, it's nicer to just have a normal beam, you know, without going crazy with strange textures or whatever. Why is not applying the why is not applying the color? It's not applying the color. Ah, sorry. Because I did something very stupid. I don't know, maybe for now we will just have something as simple as this, and then we can refine it later on, right? Now, I still have a bit of a problem when you resize the window. So if you resize the window and you keep the kind of the same aspect ratio, then is okay. But if you go crazy, you know, you like squeeze it like this, then the position of the mouse does not correspond to the end of the arrow, which is very annoying. But I tried to fix it a bit this morning, and it's not an easy fix because I cannot figure out why. But I think when you search on the internet, free something is never free. Never, 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 never. They advertise it as free, but it's never free. So annoying. So annoying. You click on the link, it says free, and then you enter and it's not free, right? All the freaking time. Maybe this one. Maybe this one is. Hmm? Hmm. Let me try 1 second to add this one as the I'm trying to have something that is like star, but one second, because I'm confused now because all of this is something else and it's just confusing me. Okay. It's just confusing me, this thing. I mean, here it doesn't look too bad, right? So it's basically a star field, you know, moving. But the problem is the opacity, because we basically lose the, I mean, we add the color on top, right? But on the final color, fine, but we don't have it anymore on the opacity, and it is making it too thin, right? Yeah, it's basically invisible. I wanted to have two effects, one on top of the one on top of the other. Freeze, rare, very, very rare. Yes, I mean, they always trying to lure you into website that then is selling you stuff, and it's always... No, I mean, there are some. We have a list of resources that are CC0 or anyway, that you can use without bothering too much, but... I think the problem is that or we make two effects, one on top of each other, because my idea was that this original one was not bad, right? So the original one, which is this, no, which is, sorry, which is what? Which is this, right? Which is just a simple triangle thingy, right? Like this. It's not bad, but I wanted to add on top some stars, right? Some so basically what I need to do, I need to add I need to do that on top of this, which is the current final color, which, by the way, in theory was this one, but so in theory, on top of this, we want to add this. Yes, exactly. So this should give a bit of a... Wow, so small you cannot even see it. It's so small you cannot even see it. Okay, well, fine. And why he ended, by the way? After some time the effect ends. It looks like after some time it just disappeared. Yeah. I think he probably has a maximum lifetime of something, like 20 seconds or something. It looks like 20 seconds, but like there is a life cycle, self, loop behavior infinite, loop duration 0, spawn rate 26, lifetime 20 seconds, yeah. The problem is that if I put the lifetime to 0, it really disappears, right? So I don't know how to say that this should be infinite. Is there an infinite? No. There's no infinite. So under initialized particle, I have a problem. Okay, he's suggesting just put it to 10,000, right? And you are good. Okay, good suggestion, my friend. Good suggestion. So he's just saying, just put it to such a high value you will never reach it. Okay. Where was the tube thingy? Ribbon shape. I think for us plane or tube is pretty much the same. I think for us is pretty much identical actually. I mean, there are stars inside, but they are completely invisible. They are so tiny that they are completely invisible. So it means that this thing, right, is so low that added with this, it makes zero difference, right? I mean, we can try to multiply it, but I don't think it will do much. We can multiply by 100, I don't know. Oh well. There are no stars anymore, now they are bubbles. I mean, it's not too bad actually. Okay, I think I will just give up, okay, for now. I mean, we will leave it as it is. I mean, not give up, but leave it as it is, right? So I think it's okay. It's not the most important thing we have to do, right? So that's fine. Okay, so now the problem is that you should be able to I mean, this should appear only when you are trying to attack another creature, right? I mean, when you are trying to, so this now is appearing always, but that's not the way it should be, obviously. So, oh my god, this thing. Holy shit. So that is in the tick. That is in the tick of the right. So I think we need to have a function that is that includes all this mess that I did here. I think I can delete this. I think there should be a function that includes this. No, I did a mistake, sorry. This. Okay, this, and this. So all of this, yeah, exactly, should be collapsed to a function. It should become, this function will become render cursor, render, I don't know, arrow, right? Render arrow, yes. And this one will be rendered only when we want. The problem will be that we need to have the starting point. So we need the starting point of this arrow to be a vector. No, to be a vector 2D. Uh-oh, fuck. Did it crash? Yes, it crashed. Fantastic. Did I save all? Probably not. Hello, Airboa. Hey, welcome back. Will the game be part of PlaneShift with a spin-off? No, it will be part of the game. It will be part of the game. So, like, you can play dice inside the game, right? You will also be able to play cards inside the game. Okay, definitely something did not save because it's different to what it was. Arr. Okay. Okay. Fine. Okay, this one saved, which is nice. Probably the particle here didn't. I don't know. I got a mat. Maybe the board didn't. Yeah, the board maybe didn't. Where I changed the. Yeah, we just crashed. The editor crashed. So. Okay, but I don't think we are too far behind. It's just that the arrow really looks different. I don't know why it looks so different. Wow. What happened? It seems that the material is now going the opposite direction. Ah no, it was correct. Okay, now it changed again. I don't know. It's weird. I think he crashed and he messed up a bit with the cache, and now he's struggling to restore it. Yeah, in fact, now it's correct. I think. I think it was stronger than this, no? Yeah, this one will make it exact. If I do like this will make it completely transparent. Yeah, which is not what we want. Because if I multiply the opacity using the same thing, it will just destroy it all, right? So we don't want that. But I think it was better before. I don't know what happened, but it was better before. It was more evident, right? Now it's less evident. I don't know why. Okay, now I think it's evident enough. Okay. So what we were doing before it crashed was that I wanted to... okay, I deleted this. And then I took everything here. Right. And I made it a separate Yes, a separate function, right? And I called it, huh? What do you mean collapsing to function failed? Did I miss something? No. Why saying collapsing to function failed? Jeez, why? Collapsing to function failed. Okay, I will just cut it. Because we are missing we were missing one element, I guess, or no? I don't know. Okay, now I did it. So a new function, we said that we call it render arrow, and then it crashed, right? Render arrow. Okay, and this render arrow should be called only, so it should have an input parameter like I was doing, which is called the start position. And this will be, I don't know if it will be a vector or it will just be a 2D vector, right? Yeah, I think it should be just a 2D vector. Just a 2D vector. And then this 2D vector goes into this thing, right? 400, 600, yeah. Okay. So now the render arrow, which is this thing, should happen only if we are selected. If we are, so arrow is arrow phase or whatever. We should do it only if it's arrow phase. If it's not arrow phase, we don't do it, right? So normally you don't have the arrow, right? Normally, like here, you don't have the arrow. What's going on? Cannot click on start game anymore. Huh? Ah, because this thing is visible. No, it should be not it testable. Not it testable. Let me try again. Okay, nice. Okay, fantastic. So when you yeah, in theory, yes, exactly. Now that I'm thinking about it, right? So all the initialization can be done one time only, but okay, we don't care about that. We don't care about that. Pretty cool. Thank you. The good question can be more, as this can have some beta tester outside of the official game? Yes, the answer is yes. Do we play against the game or you need two players? I think both, but at the beginning will be against another player, because making the artificial intelligence to play against you in a meaningful way, I think will be hard, right? So I think will be two players at the beginning. But yeah. Okay, now that we have this, we want to enable it only when we are dragging dragging an hero against a creature, right? Dragging an hero against a creature or dragging an hero against... So basically it needs to be enabled only when we hero drag, right? Only when we hero drag. only when we hero drag. So basically when we enable the is dragging, right? Because this dragging is enabled only once. I mean, assuming that I can drag, collapse the drag at cast, assuming that I can do this. I don't know if I can do this actually. Because this is a drag, this is recognized as a drag, but it's not recognized. Okay, let me see. Yeah, here, right? So here is doing call drag dispatcher. So yes, the call, yeah, exactly. So the call drag dispatcher. Yes. The call drag dispatcher is this, right? But why is not working? Ah, because we didn't connect it. Okay, okay. I think we didn't connect it, but do we connect the hero lane? Or do we connect the... I think we connect the hero lane. No, the hero lane does not have a drag dispatcher. The only one that has a drag dispatcher is the hand. But we also need it on the hero lane, because now we can. Drag card dispatch, yeah, exactly. So if I go hero, if I go hero, if I go hero, I have, yes, I don't have the dispatcher, right? I don't have the drag card dispatcher, but I need it. So I need the same dispatcher in this thing, and it needs to have the same signature. So it needs to have a card, PS card, right? Okay, so now we will be able to drag. No, wait, no, not this. Card front. Yes, this. Okay, this. So when we add the card to the hero lane, right, we also need to bind to this other dispatcher. And in dispatcher, we'll then call... Huh? No. Sorry, the opposite. So this one is binding to the drag dispatcher of that card inside the hero lane. Exactly. And this is going to call, right, a new event, which is a drag card something. Drag card. Okay. And this one is then calling my drag code dispatcher. Okay, so like this, I think it makes more sense. Okay, so basically the hero lane is passing through the drag, right, to the calling widget, which in this case is our board. So now if we want to do hero lane 0 bind to drag, we can do it, right? Yes, we can do it. So we can do that. And now the only question is, do we want to have this connect to the same one? Yeah, I think so. It will connect to the same one. Now I don't know what will happen, but it may happen something weird now. But let's see. So I have my hero here, and I drag it. Yeah, exactly. This is what is happening? So we don't need this to happen, but it is working. The drag is now correct. So we have to identify if we are dragging from a hero lane or not, right? How to do that? Or we pass it to the drag, or we just detect the father somehow. We just detect the father. Oh, my chat is not connected to YouTube for whatever reason. Is YouTube on? It seems that there is a problem with... Yes, we are live. I don't know, strange. I don't have the YouTube chat, so for everyone that is YouTube, I'm sorry. But I cannot read your messages for whatever reason. Okay, so we do that. So basically here we will have to split if we are doing a normal drag or if we are doing a hero lane drag, right? And yeah, the problem is, how do we do it? So, or we get the parent and we try to understand who is the parent widget, but I don't know if it's a great idea. The other way would be that we check if he's a hero and if he's small, right? Which is a bit of a trick, but how do we know if he's a hero though? Well, we get the card. In theory, if we get the card, I don't know. I mean, it's a bit of a hack. What I'm doing now is a bit of a hack, so I don't know if it's a great idea to do it this way. So basically, I will check if the card type equals to hero. And at the same time, if the card type, if the card is currently small, and if both are true, right, there is no other possibility that is a hero played on the lane, in the lane, right? I don't know, it's a bit of a trick, but probably we can do it this way. So if this is the case, right? If this is the case, but this needs to be done before everything, right? It needs to be done like here. So if it's false, we go here, right? But if it's true, then we say, If it's true, we need two things. I mean, we need first of all to start our beam, right? So we need to set the is arrow face to true, right? And this will basically show the arrow. But before doing this, what we need to do, we need to define the starting position, and it is not very easy because I don't know if from my card, well, from my card I can get it as a slot, I can get it as a canvas slot, right? And inside a canvas slot, but I don't think that this will work though, because this will be inside the hero lane. I mean, we can try, but I have a doubt that this will actually work. Because if I do get position, right? And then we set the arrow position. By the way, the arrow position, we need to set it somewhere. I don't know where. But... basically this starting position, right? Yeah, it cannot be a parameter though. I mean, it's impossible. We need another parameter, which is arrow position, right? Arrow start position. Arrow start position, which will be, we said, a vector 2D, and this will be my input, right? No, what the hell did I do? No. Split, yes. One goes here and one goes there. No, these two parameters are completely useless. Completely useless. Oh. It fucked up a bit. Okay, yeah, it fucked up a bit. So yeah, so basically here we need to set, right? We need to set the arrow start position to to this position, right? But I don't think that this will be the right position, but let's see. I don't think it will, but in any case, let's see. So if I drag now, yeah, you see? The arrow actually appears, but my... The arrow appears, but the position is not correct because this slot is, so I don't know how to get the I mean, or we get the current mouse position. We can try, but the current mouse position is to be similar to what we had here. So real canonical skin display to scale and ratio. So it should basically be this thing. It should be this thing. I don't know. And it is done only once, huh? Okay. So if I do this now, what happens? It's completely off. completely off. Why though? Is the horizontal correct? It's just the vertical that is wrong? Ah, okay. That is because it should be minus y. So this should be invert or minus or whatever. What? Inverse, reverse, negate, negate. Better. Way better. Okay, cool. Okay, so now we have a pointer that starts from the card that we select. Right? Well, actually start from the point that we select. So if we select the border, it's starting from the border. If you select the... it's kind of cool though. I like that. Yes. And now the problem is that it needs to end, right? It needs to end with the card. Yeah. So the problem is. Yeah, the point is that it needs to end with a monster, right? It needs to end with a monster. It needs to end with a monster. But I kind of like the effect anyway. I mean, it's not the greatest of all, but I think it's kind of cool. In the fact that you can drag this line, you know, and there's a bit of sparkles in it. You can drag it as far as you want, and yeah. I think it's not bad. So you drag basically this on top of a creature. And this will be the drag and drop, or this will be the... let me think about it. Yeah, I think it will be a drag and drop. So you need to be dragging. So if you just click, I think it will just disappear, right? But if you are dragging the line, and then you mouse up, right? When you mouse up, if we are in arrow mode, something will happen, right? So we don't enter in his dragging phase, right? I think we enter in arrow phase, and then when we mouse up, right? Because basically the point is that we mouse up, right? So this is what happens when we mouse up. So when we mouse up, we go through this. And the first thing that we check here is if we are dragging, right? If we are dragging, we do stuff, right? But in this case, it will be if we are in arrow phase, right? And if we are in arrow phase, then and we do this check if this is false, obviously, right? Yeah. And If this is also false, we go there. I don't know where to place it for a decent layout, but I don't know. It's just not matching. But anyway, if we are in arrow phase, right? If we are in arrow phase, what do we do? We basically now know the card that we are that we started from. Well, no, we don't know the card that we started from, right? Because we didn't save it, so we don't know. I mean, we have it here, but we didn't save it, right? So I think we need to save somehow the, like we saved the start position, we should also save the arrow start card. And this one will be a card front, I guess. Yes, will be a card front. And so this arrow card will be set temporarily to, maybe before that, yeah. We will set temporarily to the card that we dragged, right? To the card that we, yes, that we, yeah. Okay, good. So now, so now that we also have the card that we started with, right? Which is a good thing. I mean, we have it on the board, but anyway, we have it, right? So here we have the start arrow card. And we have the card, which is the one we are at, which is the one when we dropped, right? So at that point, we can actually do the combat. I mean, if he's combat, I mean, it could be a spell, but if I think we need to check that if yeah, if this card is a hero, right? If this card is a hero, I think we have to do this, right? We have to say, if this card is a, well, it may be a creature, right? If this card is a creature or a hero. Even if the creature will be managed by the game, so probably not. Yeah, only if he's a hero. Only if he's a hero. So if the card type is equal to hero, no. If the card type is equal enum to hero, right? And the target card, which is basically me, right, is a hero or a creature. No. Is a hero or a creature. Okay. So if all of this is true, then this means basically we are fighting, right? Hero fighting another hero or a creature, right? So this is what this thing is, right? Hero fighting another hero or a creature. So if this is the case, then we can initiate the fight, right? We can initiate the fight. And I don't know if I want to initiate the fight. Yeah, we will need some visual effect, obviously, because otherwise would be. I mean, at least the sound, right? At least the sound. At least the sound. But yeah, so if this is true, I mean, if this is false, we do nothing, right? And I would say we also remove the arrow face, right? If this, yes, exactly. I think we should always exit from the arrow face anyway. We should always exit from the arrow face. Yes, we should in both cases, right? If this is true or this is false, we exit from the arrow face. So basically, when we are here, we are sure to go out of the arrow face. And then in one case we fight, in the other we don't. So if we fight, I think we can create a new function at this point. And the new, I don't know if I want to do it here though. I think we can probably be on the game board, right? So on the game board there could be a function that is called fight. And fight. Or we can say hero fight. Let's call it hero fight, right? Hero fight. And hero fight needs to have two inputs, right? The card that is the attacker and the victim, or the how do we say, the target, right? The attacker and the target, and both are PS card front, right? Or card front, PS card front, yes. Exactly. So, oh, I fucked up. No. Wait, this one is here. Target. Yes, exactly. Right. So we have target, and we have now. Now, what we need to do? We need to then resolve the fight. Right. Resolve the fight by changing these stats. The problem of this is that I don't have any of this ready, right? I mean, I cannot really fight at the moment because I cannot do any of this. But anyway, I have 0 of this. And you know what is the most critical piece that I'm missing? Is the fact that the card at the moment is not keeping the max health and the current health. The card at the moment is keeping only the max health. And that is really a problem. But we can solve it because we can just add a new well, in theory we have it in the TXT. I mean, it's yeah, in theory we have it in the text, right? But I don't know if the text is a great indicator, right? So I mean, if it is a great container. I don't know. I don't know if it's a great idea to read from the text, right? Because here we said the text explicitly, yes. Based on the card structure, yes. But probably would be better to have this bound to right? Probably be best to have this like bound to you can create a binding, right? This text, you can create a binding, and the binding can be to a variable, right? So it's done automatically. And maybe this is what we should do. So we should create maybe two. Now the attack, because also the attack can be buffed, right? Also the attack can be buffed. So I always need a current and a max, right? Always. So I think we can have two more values. I'm just thinking about it because I don't want to make it too complex when it's not needed, but I think it's needed. So I think we will have current health, right? Current health, which is an integer. Luckily, we don't go by floats. And current attack, right? I don't know if we will have also defense in the future, but we have this too. And these two will be set, right? When we actually set up the card value, they will be set equal to the card max, right? So I will probably remove this two then, right? Because we will set this and then and I can put here a note saying binding to text, or this binds to text, right? We can say something like that. We're gonna get out and go see a friend in the hospital. Okay. Looking good. Yeah. Making good progress here, but there is a project inside a project. I mean, it's a big thing, so... But anyway, I want to work on it sometimes, and then I will go back working on PlaneShift. I mean, I work a bit and a bit. It's a kind of a side project, right? And yeah, thank you for stopping by. Okay. So we bind health, right, to current health, and we bind attack. I think this thing is very nice, by the way, to current attack. So because it's simplifying your graphs, right, it's just binding to a value. I think it's pretty cool. So if I save everything now and I go back to my to my board, hero fight. Yes, hero fight, right? So now we know what is the current attack and what is the current health, right? And so we can get current attack, we can get current health, right? And we can get it for both cards, right? And I don't think we need this anymore because no. I mean, consider there can be abilities, right? Abilities is a completely new chapter of our development that I will add on top one day, but I don't know when, but yeah. So now what do we do? Now we just subtract, right, one from the other, and we see if one of the two dies, right? If one of the two dies, we will have to do stuff, right? But at the moment, we just do the subtraction and see what happens. Because they both fight each other. So basically the attacker attack reduces the target health, right? So we do target health minus attack, and we do attacker health minus attack, right? So these are the two attacks, right? Because they attack each other. So at this point, this is the health of the... Now let me do it the opposite, so I think it's more understandable. So there is the new health of the target, there is the new health of the attacker, right? And so the only thing that we have to do, we have to set it as a variable, I guess. So we will, as a variable, I mean, we will set it in set current health, so it will change, right, in the... It will change in the UI, right? And we do exactly the same, but for the other guy. So there is the attacker health and there is the target health. Okay. Okay, so basically now when they are fighting... Okay, let me see if this does something. I mean, it should, actually. Okay, so we start the game. We played this hero, right? Then we get the monster on the board, right? Which is this guy. Uh-oh, 0-0. Why the binding didn't work? It's very bad. Because the current health is not set to the max health at the beginning. Haha. Okay, so when we set up the card, right? When we set up the card at the beginning, which I don't know if it happens here or when the hell it happens. I know, because I didn't connect it. I didn't connect it, my boys. Why did you connect it? Why? Tell me why. Okay, so now I think it will be better. Now it will be definitely better. Yeah, now it's 112. Oh my god, this guy has 12 HP. Fantastic. So we select this one, we go bottom, this one we play, this one we go stop. So this one we play, right? So this one is now on the board. So this is a 2-2, right? And I'm a 112. Okay, so if I attack this one, if I attack that guy, right? Like this, nothing happened. Nothing happened. Strange, because there is a hero. There is a creature, I mean. So it seems that the drag didn't really work. Seems that the drag... Let me just remove this printout because it's kind of annoying. It's also doing a lot of calculations for nothing. Wait, huh? Wait a second. Strange though, huh? So when we... So on the mouse up is not happening or what? The mouse up is not happening, or anyway, this is not happening. Ah, because I didn't call my fight thingy. Easy. We didn't call a hero fight, right? Yeah, but it's strange because we actually said arrow face false, but the arrow was still visible, which is a bit weird. So probably we don't enter here for whatever reason. Or we have his drag into true? Nah, I don't think so. I think we don't enter here. Let me just do something. I want to understand where are we here. Okay, so we just print on mouse button up. We just printed the card name, right? Well, Nevis. Okay. If I do this, Forest Arangma. Okay, so he's actually identifying the thing properly. He's identifying the thing. Why the particle remains there though? Why the particle? Yeah, because actually it worked, right? Yeah, because he stopped the drag. He stopped the drag, but it didn't hide the particle. It stopped the drag, but didn't hide the particle. Yeah, exactly. Well, the particle we don't hide in any way, so we do this render arrow, but I think that this is just to change the position of the mouse, but it's not to actually hide. Yeah. So the Niagara effect should be disabled at the beginning. Well, I think that at the moment is enabled. I think that this guy is enabled by default, right? While I think we should disable it. I think we should disable it. So it doesn't render no matter what, right? So if I do now, just to test, right? Now obviously it will not be visible, but it's just to test that this actually works. So the enable is not really doing anything there. Why? This is enabled, doesn't do much. We have this auto activator. Maybe we can have this one false. So it does not auto activate. Okay, now it does not auto activate. Okay, and we can force the activation, and then we can force the disactivation. How do you call it? Yeah. So let me see. This seems to be a better way. Yeah. This seems to be a better way. Is arrow phase. You know what? I think for clarity will be better if we just create a new function that is called arrow phase, and we do it properly, because I fear that otherwise. So I create a new function, I call it set arrow phase, and he has, you know, just a boolean yes or no. So we can do two things in here, right? So we can actually change the value. You can actually change the value, and we can, just a second, I need to answer to the phone. Yeah, sorry, I was at the phone. Was a friend calling in and asking a few things. He wants to buy a new PC, but is tempted to buy a Mac, and so he was asking me a bit of the differences and what he should do. But meanwhile, I made some progress, so let's see. Let's see what happens. Doesn't really do what I want him to do. Okay, he's not doing a number of things. So the first thing that he's not doing is not deactivating this, right? In theory, he should have deactivated the system. Strange stuff. I mean, it seems that he activates it because it shows up, right? Before it was not showing up, so... Yeah, activating works. Yeah, also deactivating works, but it doesn't deactivate. I mean, it says deactivating, but it's not deactivating. Why? This deactivate does nothing? Wow. Hey, bro, if you cannot deactivate it, it's a bit of a problem, though, huh? What the fuck? Niagara system, right? So this Niagara system... I don't know. Maybe there is a get system? There is a get Niagara system. Okay, maybe we should... Maybe we should deactivate this, or... No. How do I stop this? I have to destroy it or what? I mean, deactivate works, definitely, but the deactivate seems is not working. I mean, I could hide the effect, but it's a bit a pity, though, right? I would like really to stop it somehow. This Niagara effect is a Niagara system widget. And this Niagara system is a Niagara systems object, right? So how do I don't know, maybe it's bugged and the stop doesn't work. It's kind of strange though. I hope you have said a PC is better. Yeah, I think a PC is better, but this person is not very technology savvy, right? He doesn't know much about technology, and I think a Mac will be a bit easier probably for him. The problem is the cost, right? That obviously is a higher cost, but I think it will be a bit easier for him. So I think it depends if he wants flexibility or ease of use. That's pretty much what I told him. But I think he will stay with the Mac anyway. I think he likes the Mac somehow. Okay, deactivating system seems not to work, and is a problem. It's definitely a problem. I got a system widget. Let me see if the internet knows about this. I'm just asking the AI about it. Let's see what it says. It is a very common confusion with Niagara system widget. And no, it's usually not a bug. It's caused by how Niagara handle deactivation versus particle lifetime inside a widget. It is what is happening. Why particles stay visible after deactivate? Deactivate system. Niagara stops spawning new particle, but it's not kill existing one. So if your particle have long lifetime, yes, they have infinite lifetime. The real fix, you want to use deactivate immediate or deactivate system, reset system. I don't think it exists. I think this guy is hallucinating as usual. There is no deactivate immediate. There is only deactivate system, and on this there is no deactivate, and there is no reset. Maybe there is a reset system. No, there is no reset. No here and not here. So I'm basically. I have my particles set to infinite because I need it this way. Deactivate immediate doesn't exist. You're eating Niagara life widget limitation because you're particle infinite where system stop spawning with kill alive. They're infinite, never die. I don't know, I destroy it. Deactivate system, reset system. There is no reset system, bro. Oh my god. Why the AI sometimes is so stupid? There is no reset system. There is a reset cursor which has nothing to do. Let me see if it's here. Reset para... No, there is no. I don't know, really. There is no reset system, bro. Since your particle are infinite lifetime, you must tell Niagara to do what to do when the system becomes inactive. Go inside your Niagara emitter state inactive response, and add a kill. Now you can call the activate system. This one I believe slightly more. But where is this? Under particle update or under emitter state? Emitter state. Emitter state. There is no inactive response, bro. This freaking AI are hallucinating like bosses. Maybe I can put it here. No. No. Inactive response. Here it is. Inactive response. Complete. Let particle finish, then kill them. No, in this case, I need an insta-kill. Kill emitter and particle, they die immediately. Ah, very nice. Let's see if it works or not. Let's see if this works or not. Okay, boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Ah, this works. Okay, fantastic. I really like it. Okay, nice, 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 nice. Okay, that is cool. So it works. So deactivate works, but only if. Okay, maybe let me put a comment so that we have it. So deactivate works. This works if inactive response is equal to kill. Inactive response is kill. If in the Niagara effect definition, inactive response is equal to kill. Okay, nice. This we didn't know, eh, my boys? We didn't know. We learned something new. Easy, something new. Easy. Do you want to do the stupid event of the stupid game or no? We can quickly do the stupid event of the stupid game. Let me do it. It's at 6, right? So it started 4 minutes ago. Let me do it just as a break, so that we break a second from this. We had 2 hours. We had 2 hours of this, so 2 hours. I'm not playing the game anymore, by the way. I mean, I'm not playing it much. Ba-da-da-da-dam. I'm coming, 1 second. Okay, I'm here. Hello, upside yonder. When I started playing Throne and Liberty, when it came out, I think 2 years ago, I don't know, 1 year and a half ago. But then I stopped and then I restarted. And basically now I stopped again. I basically stopped again, and right now 10,000. You want 10,000 money for the Shadow Crypt? Oh, okay. He wants 10,000 of my money. I only have 72 million, so it's fine. So So we are doing a stupid event. This game is made very weirdly, but it's kind of addicting sometimes. And doing a stupid event that is at 6 p.m. and at 8 p.m. I don't know why I'm lagging so much, but I'm lagging like a boss at the moment. Do we have the wait? Do we have the thing running? No. There's something strange going on, because I was already lagging before. Oh my god, it's lagging like crazy. Basically, this event is super stupid, so you have to do nothing else than just running around and killing 50 monsters, right? Which is really brain dead. But anyway, this is what it is, so we're gonna do it. And the result of this is that you get some randomized, super randomized items. They can be very good or very bad. The majority are very bad, but anyway. The people with a green color are my guild mates. So I'm just basically running around, you know, running around and killing things. I don't know why it's going slow, but I'm only at 7, which is very bad. I'm trying to do this quickly, but seems it's taking time. And yeah, and then you get a random item, right, from a chest. And this random item can be rare or not, can be, so the only thing that you have to do, you should not die. If you die, you have to restart from scratch, which is kind of annoying. I played a lot. I have a Delu Staff Heroic and Delu Dagger. Nice. I need a Morokai. I need a Morokai sword, right? But didn't get it. Even if we are in a guild, we do the guild thingies, and sometimes they drop something. The drop rate is extremely low. I mean, it's at the point it is annoying. It is also one of the reasons why I basically stopped playing, because at the point that I'm now, you know, where I have pretty much what I need to play in any area, is a bit pointless, right? So you don't have any. So roleplay basically does not exist, right? This game is not about roleplay, so you cannot roleplay your character. There are no side activities of any kind, right? So I mean, yes, you can fish, but like for example, crafting is basically non-existent. I mean, crafting is super shit. So there are very few side activities that you can do in this game apart from fighting. There is PvP, but PvP to me is absolutely unplayable. I mean, they designed it in a stupid way. So PvP is super fast, so you kind of get killed in like 3 seconds. Or kill someone in 3 seconds. Only the tanks have a longer span lifetime, but anyway, I mean, it's not bad, right? It's not bad as a casual gaming like this. Like, so you enter, you do a dungeon, you do some stuff. I mean, the story. How did you consider? I mean, did you like the quest and the story Upside Yonder? I'm asking before I give you my response. There are 30 languages. You like the PvP? Okay. I think to me the story is completely stupid. I mean, in certain points you don't even understand what the hell they are saying, because there are so many names of people that you never met, and so many names of NPCs that you never met and you never saw, that the story is completely, I mean, it's hard to read for you, right? It's hard to stay into any kind of story. Plus, the only moments where there is actually something that you relate to, right, the story is ridiculous. I mean, it's like it's not meaningful at all. It's not meaningful to say. It doesn't have any pathos. It doesn't have any fun. Well, maybe there was one fun, which was actually the dwarf that was actually playing the lute. That was kind of fun. That is the one that I remember. It was kind of fun at the beginning. But apart from that, the rest is really flat. And the story is really flat. The NPC are nice. I mean, the bosses are nice, I think. The bosses are very nice. The abilities are nice. The fighting is kind of nice versus NPC versus other players. I think is not very nice. At least I didn't like it. Hello, Dr. Fish. You never care about the story? Okay. Fine. I mean, for me it's the opposite, but you know, it's just a matter of taste, I guess, so now we wait here that the chests start spawning. Obviously there is no reason at all why the chest should be spawning here. I mean, there is no background, there is no story, there is no anything, right? So just random chest spawning here after you got this 50 keys. I mean, it's just total bullshit. But anyway. And yeah. I think I really like the fact that you can morph into different things. I think morphing is very, very nice. You can morph into different creatures and also different special creatures. Like for example, you can morph into this little guy, which is very cool. And yeah. So the morphing I think is very nice. I mean, again, it's completely out of roleplay, right? So you cannot roleplay this guy, I guess, or why you can morph into this guy. I mean, you can even morph to into an orange or into a, yeah, like into this orange if you want, right? So just to give you a sense of the roleplay. What is this game? This game is Throne and Liberty and is a Korean MMO game. And like most of the Korean MMO games, there is a high level of randomization and fight, right? So it's mostly combat based and fight based and everything is randomized. Even your attacks are randomized. Sometimes you do like 60,000 damage and sometimes you do like 2,000 damage, right? Completely random. I mean, it's not completely random, obviously, right? The more gear you get, the better the chances you have, but it's just the way they like it. Why the chests are not spawning? I gotta spawning now. So now you take a chest, right? Boom, something spawns out of it, right? Then you go here, you check whatever you got. And in this case, we got another bow of Epic 2, and we got this thing of Epic 3 with melee evasion, which is basically shit. We can try to see if there is any chance of selling it. No, is basically zero value. So you just go here, you destroy it, and done. You know, GG. Side critical hit on the earrings may be slightly better, but I think it will still be shit. 28. I mean, prices are kind of always going down. I mean, we can try to sell it just for fun, but just for the lols, but it's not really useful to us or to anyone else. Okay, good. Yeah, we did a stupid event. We didn't get anything as usual. Tower of Greed, I tested it, is super bad. Yeah, you can get some stuff. Ah, we got 100,000 by 25. This is not bad though. It is not bad because maybe our mastery can go up a bit. Maybe. Can we level up? No, we cannot. We need even more. We can level up the spare though. 114. We can level up the spare a bit. And we can increase this. Okay, done. I don't know what more about the tech came up with to support this many. Yeah, that's very good point actually, because I think that considering the amount of players that there are usually is working very well. I think they have very aggressive proximity list, because for what I've seen, right, when you are like 50 people in the same place, you cannot see beyond like 5 meters, right? So they really pop 5 meters away, right? And or 10 meters away. So I think that, but I think they rebuilt a lot of the networking. I'm pretty sure. So what we are working on a PlaneShift card game that will be inside a game. And because I didn't have enough to do with an MMO, right? So I decided to also add a card game to it. Okay, so now the drag happens properly, which is nice. Now the drag happens properly. So can these two guys fight or not? They should be able to fight now. Have you seen a multi-server plugin Epic is working on? No, anyway, we will not have the money for multi-server, so... Unless, you know, some of you become Patreons right now, which is always a possibility. I mean, consider a good server is costing you about, I don't know, 200 a month, right? If you want to go multi-server, like 4 or 5 servers, like 1,000 a month, so... Yeah, I mean, you can do it, but... You can do it, but... Who's paying for that, right? I mean, I'm already developing the game for free. I don't want to put money into... I mean, I don't want to spend, you know, 500 euro a month to develop a free game. So, yeah. So where do we have the fighting guys? Here. Hero fight. Okay, hero fight, right? Hero fight. So we said that when we drop, right? We set the arrow phase to false. Yes, exactly. And then if these two guys are actually fighting, we call hero fight, right? And we need to get what? We need to get self as the attacker or no? Good question. No. The attacker is arrow start card. And the target is me. The target is self. Okay, so now in theory they will fight. Now there is no effect, there is no sound. Well, a sound maybe we can play. Do we want to play a sound? We can take a sound from our other game. I mean, from our normal game. Let me see if I can find the sound, but items, weapons, swing heavy. Yeah, we need to create a new. Need to create a new folder called sounds. Oh yeah, this one is okay. This one is fine, my boys. Nah. Misclick. Pararararam, raram. Okay, so we can play this sound just for fun, right? I think it would also be nice to play like a particle on top of the card, but I think all of this we will do it later on, okay? So it's I think even if it's a fun thing, right, to do, but maybe we do it later. Play sound 2D, and we select our swing. Okay, so now we start the game. What are all these collapsed? I don't know. I think we have something. We have some printout that are coming from the beginning of the beginning, meaning 2 weeks ago, where we are printing out. No, where we are printing out. Arrange cards. Yeah. This we can remove now. I think we can remove these printouts. What are we printing here? The fun angle. I think we can remove all these printouts. Okay. Better. Spamming a bit less. Oh wow, 12-14. Jesus. We will die. Okay, let's do it. So I went to 0 health. Why I went to 0? It did 12 damage, so I should have gone like to -12. Huh? I'm still alive, by the way. I can do it again. Now I'm -2. Ah, because I was at 12 health, exactly. Nevi says is 12 health. Now, one of the problems is that I'm not seeing the actual health in the full screen view. Why? That is very strange. Now I'm at -24. This guy is only at 11. I'm slowly killing him, but you know, slowly killing him. But I am at -132 HP. Why this one is not connected? That is super strange, because in theory that is the same. This thing is the same, huh? Hey, yes. How it is possible that... So we set it in 2 places. Maybe we set it in 2 places. Set position, set attack visible. Uncollapsed. Hey, no, we don't set it here. Why? That is very strange. So it's like if when the card is shown, is not taking. Ah, yes, I know why. I know why, because that card is another card. It's a fictional card that we have just for the display. That is called full view. Yeah, it's this card. And to this card we are doing setup. Ay, 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 ay. There is a problem. Because our setup card does not take into account that we can have different health and which is a bit weird. Ay, 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 I have to change all the dispatchers. No! No, jeez. Yeah, I have to change all the dispatchers because the problem is that we passed the card and not the current card. I mean, and not the card with the current stats. I think we did it because do we always have the full card? Yeah, I think we always have the full card actually. Ay, 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 ay. There is a big change. Well, it's not a big, I mean, like 5 minutes maybe, I don't know, hopefully. But I don't know if all these lines will break. I think all these lines will break. Ay, 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 ay. And also there is another problem that when I click on the card, do I know? When I click on the card, why there are two different full card dispatchers? Ah, yes, because this one is the one for the items. Okay, I think I need to organize this code a bit because it's very messy actually. It's very messy. It is. So what we are checking here, we are checking if we are hovering, by the way, and this is also wrong because this works only for the first one. GG. This is wrong. Because this one is considering only, you see, image equip 1, image equip 1, so is only working for the first equip because we did it as a test. So if it's the first one, right, we over that card. But if he's not... Ah, no, it's all here, it's all here. Okay, nice, this is all three. Okay. No, it's good. Okay, let's try to make this a bit more compact, maybe. So that is click on first equip item, right? Let's try to make this slightly more compact, right? So that we... So this is that. Now this is the second one. This is the second guy. And this basically. So that is clicked on the second equip item. And this is the third, right? Now the good news is that equip item do not have attack and health. So in this case, I don't have to change, right? There is nothing I have to change. In this case, there is nothing I have to change. So these dispatchers are already good. But the problem is that if I change this this dispatcher to require a full card, in this case I will not have it. So I will have to create it on the fly. Ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 ay. Hey, we have a problem of incompatibility of the stuff that we display. So basically the problem is this, that when I display a hero, I have stats like health and attack, right? When I display an item, obviously I don't, right? And which is fine, right? But then if I have a hero on the board, and this hero on the board as an item, and this hero on the board as an item equipped, like this, right? If I click on the keep item, I'm not really viewing a card. I'm viewing a definition of a card. Which may be also a limitation for the future, because let's imagine that this item is disabled, right? Yes, let's imagine that this item is disabled by a spell. At the moment I'm keeping only the definition of the item and not the whole card in the item array, right? And so I will basically, so I will have to change these item cards into I will have to change that item card into real cards. Ay, 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 ay. But if I do it, I can do it. I can do it. But if I do it, in how many places we have this? Ay, 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 ay. Hey, we have it. No, this is not the same. This is the same and this is the same. So it's five places. Well, it's not insane. It's 5 places we have to change it. But then this function is to change as well. Because this function is to change as well because I mean we have the card, right? So we just pass the card instead of the definition. This should be called actually card definition or card def, and this is the real card. The problem, I think, that this card is passed by reference. And so when I destroy it, which is probably here, I don't know if that will really remain in the item, but yeah, we need to change. Okay, let's try to do it because we have no other way out. We have no other way out. I mean, or we put... No. We have no other way out. The right way to do it is to change this to be a card front. Yeah. And it is going to fuck up a lot of stuff, I tell you. But it's a good change. So it's a good change. I think we should do it this way. So we can delete this as long as we connect it. Yes. So this becomes this. This is the same, right? This stays the same. Okay, so this area is kind of safe at the moment. Now, this is all fucked up. Because item cards is now a completely different... okay. It is a bit risky, my boys, eh? It is a bit risky. It is a bit risky. Risky change. Yeah, and now in theory here is where we have to change the dispatcher, right? So this dispatcher will become... Oh my god. Oh my god. By the way, look at this. I have it wrong everywhere. So I decided to use the card definition instead of the card in all the dispatchers. So basically all these dispatchers will have to be changed sooner or later. Shit. Okay, let's do one at a time. Let's do one at a time. Don't worry. We can do this. We can do this. Don't worry. Yes, it's gonna fuck up a lot of stuff, but we have a backup in case. We also are in subversion, by the way. So this is not connected to anything, right? Exactly. So here we can do this. Now we have the same problem here, right? We have the same problem here with the difference that here we just do get one because the items are always 3, right? So that's why we can do this weird hard-coded thingy. So we can do it like this because we know that the items, keepable items are always 3, right? So now... Okay, so this we finished, but obviously here there will be a million problems. Let's finish card front first because I think that is the one that is problematic. There is already an interesting one. No, well, it's just pointer to self. Pointer to self, yes. Okay, this one was easier than the others. Yeah, this one becomes like we said the full card. Okay. So card front seems to be now compiling. Now, if we lost something, I don't know. But now all the dispatchers will be wrong. All the dispatchers will be wrong, my friends. Even if, look at that, it took them. I mean, he changed the signature without complaining too much. Let's see if he complains on this one. But he's complaining only because when I do setup card, right, full view, yeah, I guess now the question is, is this setup card now good enough then, right? Because I mean, in a sense, yeah, this is really where we hit the problem. Because the setup card is used by any card in the game. And any point, right? Whenever you are visualizing a card. And so now this thing is saying, oh, you need... okay, let's do it like this for now. So we do one change at a time, right? But obviously, this is still giving us the problem, right? It is still giving us the problem. I mean, it is better, but it's giving us the problem. It's saying that one delegate has the wrong signature. Yeah, for sure. I don't know if his hand... yeah, his hand, for example, right? So hand is the wrong object. Wow, it didn't break. I cannot believe it. Huh? Strange. Why we have this? This we are not even gonna use, I think. Are we using this? Nah, we are not. We are not using this, but anyway, let's change. I don't want to do too many changes at the same time, so let's just convert it and ensure that we. But you see that this is not used anywhere, right? So it is. I think it is not used at the moment. I'm not 100% sure, but I think it's not used because this bind is not coming from anything, and this is never called. I think so. But we have a problem that I don't know how to solve. That we will have to decide, right? How to do it. We have to decide how to do it. Hand, hero lane, and creature lane. Okay, we're missing creature lane. Creature lane. Creature lane is this guy here. Creature lane. Yes, because this guy also needs to be changed to card the front, right? The only problem is the object reference, right? Because that card is actually getting destroyed, but I don't know. We will see. I'm not 100% sure that... Okay, now this compiled though. Okay, nice. If we save everything, does everything compile or not? Okay. So now let's just check if everything works as expected with the previous logic, right? So that I can, yeah, put this here, take the boss, end the turn, play a creature. Okay, it seems that everything kind of works, huh? Okay, everything seems to me... I mean, it looks to me that everything works as it was working before, right? Yes, it does. Okay, that's fantastic. I mean, obviously this makes no sense. I don't know why I did it, but yeah. Okay, so all of the so it seems that we didn't break anything, right? Which is a good thing. Um, Hello, Dotted Fish. It looks like a full quality card game. Thank you. I did some work on it for sure, and I mean all the UI is pretty much AI generated. I did some editing myself, right? But yeah, well, I did quite some editing myself. But there is a lot of stuff generated by AI, and you are still here as a player, you say? You are still one of the players, together with Hula. Hula and you are playing this game. Um, okay, so now, now we arrived at this point, right? Which is a good point, but now the problem is exactly this, right? The problem is this, because now here we have the full card. So basically the card with the real current health, current attack, and potential other effects on it, right? Plus we have the card definition. And the card definition is the basic definition, right? So that he has the max stats and all of that. So how can I do a setup for my full card view? Well, or I change it. Yeah, I can also do that. I mean, I can cheat. I can cheat. Let's cheat. Is easier. We can do this. We can just do this, and it's easier. Because otherwise it's too complex. I have to change too many things. So we will do this. Because it's just for the full view, right? So it's not for anything else. So we will set the current attack. And we will set the current health to be equal to these things. And this will change... this will change the view properly. Okay. I don't know if one day this will also be a physical game, right? Maybe. Maybe it will. Maybe it will. I don't know. You will need a lot of counters though, because all the health of the heroes you will need counters and stuff, but okay, let's see if it works now. I put down this guy. I select whatever fuck, I always select this guy. Can we select someone that is like a bit weaker? Okay, this guy is a 2-3, right? He's a 2-3. So if I attack him, right, he will become a 2-2, and I become a 110, right? Okay, so that happened. 2-2, 110. Hello, who joined? Hello, Wild Art. Hey, thank you for the subscription. Your name is not new, so I guess you came back, or hello anyway. Welcome. So now if I open the full view, yeah, you see that now I have properly 110, right? I have 110. So, and if I open this guy, I have 2. So actually now it works as expected. Okay, so that's good. That's good. So we can fight, right? We can fight like this. Now it would be nice to have a kind of an effect, like a slice, like a slash on it, right? But we will see that. So now the problem is, if the monster dies, right? If the monster dies, and we can kill him now with one hit. I don't know if the numbers are too small, but we will see. We can make the card in the middle a bit bigger, but you can always click on it, you know, and see the values here. I don't know if this is too small. It may be too small, because I'm playing on a very big monitor actually, and maybe it's too small. If it's too small, we will do this. We will increase the size of all these boxes. We will move the boss to the right, and it will be big here. And I think that maybe it will be enough, right? But we can scale all of this, right? If we want to increase the size of this, it's kind of easy. I will have to move the boss to the right, though. I think the numbers are a bit too small, maybe. But we can optimize it, right? I can also yeah, unfortunately I don't have the YouTube chat, because I know I do have it. Can someone say something on YouTube? It's working now. Okay, it was not working before. Ayer boy say you don't really like this type of modern UI. What do you mean? What kind of what part you don't like of this? I mean, what you would like to have instead? What would you change? We also have a Midison, eh? Look at that. We have a Midison in shiny armor. Okay, so now we have to do that if one of the two dies. So if it reaches 0 or lower, right? So we have to do that. So, and that is in hero fight, right? That is in hero fight. So yeah, we can change the board, we can change the card backs, we can then customize it in a million ways. So if you would like then in the future to contribute to the game in some way, you know, I can have you spend money on whatever, on card backs, on board skins, on whatever you want, right? I don't even know all the heroes and the cards. Well, at the moment it's a very limited set, but if you go in game, these are all the characters from the game, yeah. Which is good for me, because I don't have to invent anything, right? Well, I don't have to, let's say, create the graphics, but I have to take the screenshots. But it's much easier than deciding, oh, I need to invent, you know, new characters, new spells. We have like 96 spells in game, right? So we can reuse the whole 96 in this. Right? Then they will have maybe slightly different effects, that's for sure. But okay, so can we have a different sound if the hero if one of the two dies? That would be nice, huh? But okay, we can do it later. So if the current health of one of the two or both of them goes to 0, right? So we need to do this, right? So if this is lower than 1 or less or equal to 0, yeah, less or equal to 0, right? So if this is less or equal to 0, it means that one of the guys died. right? One of the guys died. And if he died, it depends if he's a hero or if he's a creature, right? So if he's a hero, in theory he should go, the card will flip, right? And it will be covered for 1 turn. I don't really know how to do it at the moment, because I don't think I have the possibility to have a card back small. We can try to set it small and to set is covered, but I think it will not work, but we can try. So if the card is a hero, should we do it in a separate function? I think so. I think we need another function because it will work the same for both, right? I don't want to duplicate twice here the graph, right? So it will be a function that is called hero or creature dead. Hero or creature dead, and it will take the card that is currently dead, the card that died, right? So we will have a PS card front object dead card. So we get the card definition, and we break it, and then we check if the card type is equal to hero, right? So if the card type is equal to hero, we will try to set the card to I think this will not work, but anyway, we will try. We will set it to is covered, right? We will set it to is covered to true. There is something we have to do anyway, so now or later this is required. So, and then if he's not hero, is automatically creature, right? Well, it could be boss. In theory, it could be boss, yes. So I think we need to do still a check, right? If this equals to creature, and if it does, then we have to remove the creature and get the XP, right? We need to give the XP to the killing player. Ah, yes. How do we know who is the killing player in this function? We don't know it. Fuck. But anyway, so we will destroy the card. We will remove the card. Well, we have to do a bit more though, because if he's a creature, we have to remove the card for sure, but we have to show the location as conquered. How do I do this? Here I'm on the board, unfortunately. Here I'm on the board. Does it make sense to do this on the board, or is it better if we do it directly in the creature lane? I think it's probably better to do this in the creature lane. I mean, I'm okay to have the fight in the board, but when a creature dies, I think it should be in the creature lane. So I think that this should be inside of this. No. Ah, but it can be a hero dead. No, bad idea. No, bad idea. No, bad idea. Because you can be a hero dead. And a hero is not inside a creature lane, it's inside a hero lane. Well, always send the message to the hero to the creature lane to say, hey, you have this problem, right? But how do we know? Now we need to know. Wait a second. We need to have more information. At the moment, we don't have enough information. When we do the hit, right? When we do the hit, we don't know. We don't have enough information. We don't know who did it. We don't know which lane is, and it's not good. It's not good. It's not good. No, it's not good. 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 You know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking if we should anyway have always in the card, you know, the card should always know, am I in an hero lane? Am I of player 1 or player 2? Because otherwise we will have to recalculate it every time, right? I think it's probably better if the card knows. If the card knows what, for example, what player side it is. Let me think about this. That is fairly complex stuff. I have two ways, right? I can keep it on the card. Well, actually, I have three ways. I can keep it on the card, I can keep it on the lane, or I can just reevaluate it all the time. But for example, it would be nice, you know, to know, I mean, if you hit a card, it would be nice to know that that card is in position 1, right? And so, because this is easy, because we have it, right? So we have... I mean, here in the designer, right? Here in the... Yeah. So if we say creature 1, right? It is creature 1 slot. The problem is that creature 1 slot is just a PS card front, but doesn't have the... Well, in theory, the player... No. No, we don't have any additional information at the moment. Yeah, I think I want to do. Yeah, I think I want to. I think would be the easiest. I mean, it's like what we did for the lanes, I think. So the lanes know, right? It's like this lane. Like this lane knows that is... No. It's for the hands. We have it for the hands. Like the hands know... Yes, player number, you see. So the lanes know what is the player number. And in theory, also the hero lane should know the player number. That would be kind of nice. So we have it. We don't have to recalculate it all the time. Because anyway, it's 2 lanes, right? So it's not... I think so. Ah, it's already here, by the way. Player number is already here. Is this player number used or not? We didn't expose it though, and we didn't set it, so the answer is no. So this player number 0 and this becomes player number 1, right? So at least these lanes know who they belong to. But then I would like to do something similar in the creature lane, because I would like the... Because the other way is that I check if that card is identical to creature 1, 2, 3, 4, and so I know which one is it, right? But like when heroes are fighting, let me think about it, huh? Let me think about it. Let me think about it. Because like also here in the hero lane, right? You don't know. No, I think we have to store it. The problem of storing it is that we will have to store each location, right? So basically we will have to say, where is the card now, right? Where is the card now? And there will be like a card position. And the card position could be hand, or could be hero 1, hero 2, hero 3, hero 4, or creature 1, creature 2, creature 3, creature 4, or boss, right? And location can only be in one location. Yeah, but I think it's a good idea. I'm thinking about it, but I think it's a good idea because this will come so handy, right? It will become so handy to know what is, yeah. Let me check visual type. Visual type is this, yeah, but this is not really what I need. Okay, let's create a new type, a new enumeration. And the enumeration is the position of that card in the board, right? And okay. Enumeration. So this will be EPS card position. EPS card position. So the first one is P0 hand. The second one is P1 hand. The third one is P0 hero lane front 1. P-hero lane front 2. P-hero lane back 1. P-hero lane back 2. Right, so these are the position for exactly. Then we have the same, exactly the same for player number 1. I don't know if it is the greatest idea, but anyway, the positions on the board are fixed, right? So instead of recalculating every time where I am, right? When we put down the card, we just set it and it's done, right? So we don't have to go crazy in calculating the stuff, right? So Okay, then we have creature lane 1. Creature lane 1. We have creature lane 2. We have creature lane 3. We have creature lane 4. And we have creature lane boss. Right? So these are all the possible places. But now hand could be hand 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10. But I don't think I need that at the moment. If yes, we will expand it later. But at the moment, I think we don't need it. I think we just need to know that it's a card that is in hand, right? And maybe we can have a card full view. We can have another position which is full view and dragged, because actually dragged is a special location, but I don't know, maybe I need those two, I don't know now. But anyway, having this, right, EPS card position, now basically I add to every card in the game this new variable, which is card position, and is of type card position, right? And which by default I think is P0 end. Yeah, it's fine. Now the problem is that whenever I'm dealing cards, I'm setting cards, I have to set that, right? This is not super easy, because we have to be sure that we don't mess up, right? But I think we can do this. We can start from the start game, which is here, and we can check when we start to build the decks, right? So this is building player decks. And no, not even, no, after this, because add hero to end. Yes, exactly. So when we add hero to end, right, so we add the card, and we add the card in P0. And because here inside of this we don't know which is the player we are setting up. Arrange cards. Well, we can pass it, right? We can pass it. I don't like this too much, but no, we have player number. We have player number. Okay, nice. We have player number. So when we set up the card, we do all of this, right? We also set the... Do we do it in setup card, or do we... Yeah, it would be nice to do it in setup card directly, so I don't have to set it again, right? So that I will pass a variable which is my player number. I think I can pass player number to this shit, and but it's not enough. No, it's not enough, because I also need to know the position. No, I cannot do it there. I have to do it outside of that. I have to do it outside of that, I think. No? I mean, I need to say if this equal to 0, right? Or I have to do a switch. Yeah, I have to do maybe a switch, right? So because I have 2 players at the moment. I hope I always will have 2 players and not more than 2, otherwise it will become a mess. So I can say if this is 0, I mean, are we sure that this card is actually... Yeah, it is. It is the real card, actually. That is the real card. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. So here we set the card position, right? So if he's player 0 is P1 hand. If he's player 1 is P1 hand, right? Whatever, P0 hand, P1 hand, right? So this is the set on the cards in your hand. Now this one we are not really using, but I just want to set it properly, right? So that we have it. Then on the hero lane, there is a moment where we add the card, right? Which is exactly this, yes. And now also we have the player number, right? Which is cool. So now we can basically set the player number. Based on the player number, we can set the position. And now it's a bit of a mess because I have to switch like a boss. I mean, this will be for each one, right? For each one, it will be a different value. Holy shit. Hey, yes, because I have 8 values. I have 8 values, so I have 8 values. I have 8 values, my boys. I have so it is doubled, right? It is doubled. I don't know, maybe it's too much. I don't know if it's too much. But basically this one will become so if he's player number 0 and his card 1, then this becomes P0 hero lane front, right? And this becomes P1 hero lane front, right? Exactly. And then, and so on, right? And so on. But it would be pretty big. That's fine. So basically we need to do this here, here, and there. Right. So this way we know so this will be hero front 2, hero front 2, yes. This will be back 1 and P1 back 1, yes. And this will be P0 back 2 and P1 back 2, yeah, exactly. So yes. Did I connect everything? No. Easy spaghetti code. Okay, so now basically we have set also for all the hero lane, right? For the whole hero lane, we know what is the position of that particular card that we are using, right? And that is cool because we can, if we have to kill it now, we know which one to remove, right? Which is a bit easier, I would say. Well, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if this is a good idea. If it's not a good idea, I will remove it. But I think it is. At the moment I have the feeling it is, and so we will stay with this. But I really need to understand if it's not easier to recalculate it every time. But hopefully not. Right? Hopefully it's easier to do it this way. Maybe. So this is the hero lane, right? Then we have the creature lane. The creature lane, also here we have the same, right? And this is the reason why I did it, because in the creature lane I had the problem. So in the creature lane, we have something similar. So whenever we add a card, at this point there is no more player 1, player 2, but there is... wait a second. I think I'm stupid. I can do it directly here. I don't know why I'm doing it by code. I can do it directly here or no? No, I have to do it by code because that one will be substituted, right? There will be another card. Yes. There will be another card. So that card gets substituted with the one that I'm playing, right? And so, okay, let's do it. I don't know, maybe it's useless, but... No, I think this one I will probably change because I'm already feeling that it is a bit of a hack. But let's see. Let's see how it goes, right? We can rework it if needed. I'm not completely sure that is the right logic, right, to do it this way. But basically I have, I set here all the card position, right, of my temp card, which by the way is fixed, so I could have done it on the board, but I don't know. Okay, and here we have our setting. Now the setting, I have to do it right. At the moment it's not right, so I have to do it. So this will be creature lane 1, creature lane 2, creature lane 3, and creature lane 4, right? Yes. In creature lane 4. Now that we have this... Now there is also the boss, but the boss. Do we have an add boss something? I don't remember how we add the boss. Strange that is not inside the creature lane. You see that I already had position, but anyway. How do we add the boss? I don't know. I think we do it from the pile. Now, just to do them all, right? What do you mean? There is a card pile for sure. Huh? Wild pile is not. Oh, no, it was not filtering pile. So when we click on this, right, I think we send the draw. Yeah, we send the draw dispatcher for sure. And the draw dispatcher is sent. So I think that the board. Let me see if I have a boss pile. Yes, the boss pile, draw boss, card lane, blah blah blah. PS creature. Okay, we have to do it here, right? We have to do it here. So this PS card boss. This PS card boss is the one that needs to have the set position. No. What do you mean? Yes. Set card position. Okay. Set card position. And this will be creature boss. Okay. So now we have set all the positions. Now the question is, now that I have this, it is helping me in the fight that we were doing. I think that it could help me because I may know now which one I need to flip, right? So when I enter here and I have hero or creature dead and I have this dead card, I know where the dead card is, right? I know where the dead card is. So I can switch. I can ask the creature lane to kill a specific location, right? So I can do so for example for the creature lane, right? For the creature lane, I think we can add a kill creature here, or we can add a conquer. We can have a function that's called like conquer. No. What are we doing here? Conquer location, right? Conquer location. So conquer location will say the location, will say the card position, right? So we will get the card position as an input. Card position, and this will be card position. Yeah, exactly. And so now is where, yeah. So it is exactly the way I wanted to use it, right? So now we switch on this. Now here we have 1,000,000, but we don't care because here we only care about this 5 in theory. Just 5, right? And so we say if is creature lane 1, then take right? Wait, it's basically the same as this, but not exactly. So if it's creature lane 1, you do that, right? If it's creature 2, you do that. If it's creature 3, you do this. If it's creature 4, you do this. If it's boss, you do that. Okay, nice. Now in addition, right? In addition, in addition to this, I like how the lines move when you shrink it. In addition to this, we also have to conquer the area, right? And to conquer the area, we make this invisible and we make the conquer visible, right? So this this one. Right? And we do the same, at least for this 4. For the boss, I don't know. The boss, we just need to hide it, and I think that's it at the moment. Yes, I think so. Okay. Okay, so in theory now, if we call this function conquer location from our fight, right? and we know that the creature, we kill the creature, right? We kill the creature. Then we go in our creature lane. Fuck. How do we go in creature lane 1 or 2? How do we go in creature lane 1 or 2? Yes, we go because now we have the position also on the dead card, right? So we know if the dead card is... yeah, the problem is that here is a million locations. Ah, no, that would be for the hero. No, wait. No. We just wait. We just call. We just get our creature lane. We only have one creature lane, guys, not two. Huh? Where is the creature lane? Creature lane. So we get our creature lane and we conquer the location. And the location we conquer is equal to the position of the dead creature. Right? Exactly. Okay. So this in theory should do what we want, right? I don't know if it will work, but it should do what we want. So if we start the game, put this creature down, this hero down, we put this creature down. So as soon as I attack it, this one will die. Fuck, it didn't work. Why? It didn't even attack it anymore. Oh. What? What happened? Did I disconnect something or what? Did I disconnect something? Yes, I did. I disconnected all of this. Okay, GG. So we said if the current health of one or the other guy goes below 0, right? If that goes below 0, we have to call a hero or creature dead. Where the dead card is the target. Yes. Where the dead card is the target. And if it's false, it's just a normal hit, right? And so we... wait a second though. Why I did this? No, this is not... I mean, the current health... I mean, this needs to go here. Don't understand why I disconnected... because I do it in 2 steps. Okay. Okay, fine. I first killed the first guy and then I killed the second guy. Okay, fine. So here we kill the so if the current health of the attacker is below 0, we kill the attacker, right? So in reality is this, it's not that. We kill the attacker. Okay. Then no matter what happens, right, we set the health of the other guy. And also here we check if that health now is lower than 0. if it's lower than 0 or equal to 0. And if it's equal or lower to 0, we do the same thing. We call this hero creature dead, where this time the dead card is the target, right? Okay. If none of the two is dead, right? If none of the two is dead, then we do the normal play sound and we return, right? And we return. Okay. I think this is better. Let me try. So we start the game, we play this guy, we put down a creature, and now we attack. This will die, huh? Nice. It worked. Now, there is no sound, there is no effect, there is no anything, but basically we conquer the location, right? We conquered the location and we took one hit. If we put another creature, maybe this one, right? And we don't kill it, we will hear the swing. Yes. And we will remove 1 point. And he removed 1 point from me. Then I will attack again, which obviously is not possible. We can attack once per turn. But and now when I attack it again, also this one is conquered, right? Also this one is conquered. Okay, very nice. Very, very, very nice. So this thing start to work somehow, which is very good. Now this guy does 0-14. Interesting. This guy is a hero that doesn't do any damage, which is a bit weird, I know, but if I do this, what happens? I cannot, because there is this thing blocking. Fantastic. Now, if my hero dies, right? If my hero dies, it went to -3, right? It went to -3. I don't know if we did this already or not, but I think we didn't, because if my hero dies, yeah, we tried to do is covered, right? But is covered. I don't know if I should call again the setup here, or I should just create a function to cover an existing card. Because in reality, this is doing nothing, right? It is really doing nothing. Because there is no bind on change, right? Can I do a bind on change of covered? No, but I think it's easier if we just set it as covered and GG. I mean, if you want, I can go through the setup again. I can go through the setup again. Does it make sense or no? So if here I do setup card, right? And I take, I mean, is small, obviously is true. And is covered. And the card is exactly the same. It's the same card, right? And I do this. Now the card will have the full setup. Also, we return full health. Well, assuming that I do card, get card from here. Right, because it will be a full setup of a clean card. Now the keep items may disappear. That I don't know. The keep items may disappear, and if I look at it, it may be. I don't know if we really want to cover the card. Do we want to cover the card, or do we want to give him a status of disabled? I think maybe we give it a status of disabled. What I'm saying, guys, what I'm saying is this. When an hero dies, which by the way doesn't die, it's just disabled for some time, right? When an hero dies, do we want to flip the card and hide it, and then it returns to your hand the next turn, and you can play it again? Well, in theory, it would be nice if he stays one turn down, but anyway, do we want to flip the card and so it's covered, or do we just want to put a symbol on it, like if it's disabled, right? So typical disable is the chains, right? Card game disable effect chain, right? So I don't know what to say, but there is like 2 chains on top, so you cannot use it, right? In our case, will be that this guy is in recovery mode, so I think we need a tent, you know, we need a kind of a, like if it was a tent of like if he's recovering, and I think it may be the number of turns. Maybe you could over a bit a mist on top so it looks disabled, but you can still see what. Yeah, exactly, because this is exactly what I was thinking, right? So if we flip it, you don't know what card is it, which is a bit stupid, right? Why maybe what I would like to do, I would like just to put a symbol on it. I don't know what, but I think the symbol should be kind of evident, right? It should be like a recovery tent, you know, like a what the fuck? You know, like a tent, right? This guy is in recovery. I don't know. Maybe with a red healing sign, you know. Something like that. Like that is in recovery. I think you should still be ready. You should still be able to see the name, right? Because then, and you should still be able to see his characteristics, but I mean, I just don't know if I want to have just a giant healing thing in the middle like that, right? Maybe it's enough. So that he's healing, right? I don't know how many turns he will stay down, but potentially it could be something like this with a number in it, right? With a number, and the number says how many turns is going to be disabled, right? And maybe certain heroes, I mean, maybe there are some spells that kills you and you need 2 turns to recover, right? So when that goes to 0, then you can then you can actually pick up the card again and play it again, right? But yeah, I think something like this would make sense. It should be big enough to be visible, and the number also, I think that should be big enough to be visible. We can ask Gemini and see if he has any ideas. Some of the cards are heroes, and when they die, when they get to 0 HP or below, they are unable. No, they are unable to attack. Unable to attack. They are wounded. Let's say they are wounded. They are wounded. They need to spend. They need to spend 1 or more turns recovering. I want to put an icon on top of the hero to express this, right? To show this status. Can you create an icon for this? Go Nano Banana. Wow, no, Nano Banana Pro. They upgraded it or what? I think it was Nano Banana before. Now it's Nano Banana Pro. I got an upgrade or what? Maybe I got an upgrade. Wow, we got upgraded. Holy moly. Jeez. That's a bit too much. But it's beautiful, but I don't like it. I don't like it. I mean, it's too much. It's too, you know, it's too much. It's too much. It's too much. And also the timer, I don't know. I mean, the fact that he's actually waiting is not bad. But, I was thinking more to a bandage. I was thinking to a bandage or maybe a tent, like where he's recovering. Adjusting composition. What the fuck? What is the top thing here? What is this? You know, why is this bandage's magic in it? Right? Remove the text at the bottom. Remove the circlet at the top right, and avoid any spell effects. I see, huh? He can do it, he can do it, he can do it. He really understands what you ask. Sometimes he fucks up, but in many cases, he can do it. Many cases he can do it. I think it's a bit too big though. I mean, I think that... and I don't like this ball of bandages, no? Exactly, you see? He did exactly what I asked. But I don't like this ball of bandages. I think it's a bit weird. I mean, we can take maybe only the... Yes. Okay, I think we have it. I think we have it, boys. I think we have it. We can take only this part, right? So if I go and if I go... do I want to cut here? Wait, if we take... No. If we take only this part, right? And we put it on top of the hero, I think it will be visible enough. This is exactly what I was thinking, by the way. Exactly what I was thinking. Here, unfortunately, it's a bit darker, but I think it's okay. Plum, plum, plum. Plum, plum, plum. So basically now we're making 2 games. Oh my god, why I decided. Why I decided to do this. No, it's fun, I really like it. I really, really like it, my boys. This card game is fascinating to me. I don't know, it's cool, I like it. I like it because he has all the PlaneShift lore, right? That we can reuse 100% and in general I like card games quite a bit. I would say I'm not really great at playing them, but I'm not the best player really, but I like them though. I play Hearthstone from time to time, and I played other game like Gwent and Magic the Gathering, and played a few others, you know. We were very lucky that this was exactly an X. That the generated file, right? This generated thing was exactly an X. It's a bit dirty here though. Does it have to be that dirty, my friend? Okay. I mean, for sure it looks like someone has been damaged, right? So if we take this and I don't know, I don't know if I really like it though. I think it's too dirty here. Why has to be that dirty? Like if his bandage, like if this bandage was there since 1 week, right? Can we make it less dirty without? No, it's impossible, huh? That's very hard. It's very hard to change this shit. Yeah, it's very hard to change because this pattern is not this pattern. And if I clone, is going to be super white, right? And so I cannot heal, I cannot clone. Unless we have another somewhere else. No, or no, we don't. Well, we have this piece here, but this piece here, is it big enough? Maybe. Let me try to heal from that. The limit. At the limit of but yeah, it's a bit less dirty. It's a bit, I mean, it's still dirty but less, so I'm more happy. Okay, so if we take this, right, and we put it So we call it bandage, 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 bandage. So if now we put it here, I will have to go soon, guys, unfortunately. That's bad. Time goes on. Time goes on. Okay, we take bandage, right? And now we put it on top of a small card. Do you think that something will happen or no? Card from. So how do I do this though? I have to add a permanent. I have to add a permanent image. Yeah, I do. There's no way. So this will be in all the cards, no matter what, right? So this will be bandage, image, bandage, bandage. But it will be hidden by default. Now the problem is the size and the position. But I think it can be something like this, you know. I think it's fantastic. I think it's beautiful, my friends. Okay, so now all the cards will have it, right? But it's just to say that yeah, they're all dead, bro. They all start in the game as dead. Look at this. It's a massacre. Yeah, so you see this guy because it's a bit lower because the okay, so I have to move it here because actually when he's in small sides the title moves up and everything moves up, so there is a bit of a different setup, right? Yeah, look at that. It's fantastic. I like it. I mean, we can even do it that is like grabbing the wall card instead of grabbing just the hero. I think it's not bad, no? Look at the one here on the... So if... Now, we could also have the... Yeah, when you... Yeah, but this will disappear, right? When is... Will disappear or not? Nah, maybe not. Maybe we stay. Maybe we stay also when you are clicking on it. Yeah, why not? I just don't know if I want to put a number with a number of turns in the middle. That I don't know. So now, okay, so this thing will be collapsed, right? So no one has it. It's visible collapse, so that is hidden by default, right? But when we kill our guy, we have to do the stupid game boss or not? Anyway, guys, I think I'm gonna go for dinner. So thank you for watching. I will see you tomorrow evening, 9:30 p.m. European time, and we will work on PlaneShift, not on this, okay? So this was a bit of a weekend fun, but we go back to normal PlaneShift. Don't worry, I'm not gonna leave the main game, okay? If you want to click on follow and subscribe on YouTube, that's always a good idea. And also if you want to download our game, you can do it from our website or from Steam. Bye-bye. See you guys. Bye.